so many amazing toys to play with, and who wants to see those in action right now? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So we've got our Toy Box mentors. In addition to Patrick, we have Team Quinjitsu and Crazy by Nick over here. And we have Tyforce and Dr. Logic Gate over here. All right. So these guys are the experts. They're the guys that we've hired from the community because they know how to build toy boxes. They've spent a lot of time with 3.0 already, and they're geared up for a little bit of what we like to call a toy box showdown.
They have been training for this moment.
You guys feeling all right? You got this? Yeah. Bring it.
Jose, it's probably not advised to punt your teammate off a cliff before you start a competition. All right.
Oh, nice angle there. That's fancy. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get them started building, but to get them started building, first we need a word from the audience. So first word that comes to mind, shout it out. Oh,
I heard, wait.
What did you hear?
Do that one more time because everyone's like, yeah. I heard cheese.
I like
we had not
cheese.
prepped for this one.
Cheese. All right.
Like, please say hot. No, you're doing cheese.
We're doing cheese. Okay. All right, so the word is cheese, and you guys are going to build a toy box inspired by cheese.
Oh, they're going to beat me up later.
And we are going to see after this next panel what you guys have created. So you're the experts. Get to work.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, I'm going to pay for that. All right, next up, I'm trying to find where they are. All right. Obviously, we're having a fun time at the summit, and there's so much to show off. But, you know, honestly, the lifeblood of this community and why we're here today is to celebrate those artists who day in, day out, week by week, every challenge, they dream it and they do it. So we're going to introduce a few of those on the stage right now, and they're going to tell us how they became a toy box artist. So first up, Lauren, a.k.a. MightyGitis. Join us. Followed by a newcomer in 2.0, has built several great toy boxes, Noelle, a.k.a. Sonicphoto. And finally, someone found a man in a pirate hat and just kind of dragged him off Buena Vista Street to join us today. Ladies and gentlemen, PirateSteven. How you guys doing? All right. Oh, wow. You can actually, if you want to lie down, we do like a psychiatry session or something. All right, now. Well, first off, let's kind of just talk about how you guys were drawn to the toy box. Obviously, you decided to buy Disney Infinity, then yada, yada, yada. You're now on a stage in Disneyland in front of thousands of people on Twitch describing what just happened. So kind of walk us through it. You first, buddy.
Oh, me first.
What drew you to the toy box?
I had no plans on doing a toy box at all when I bought the game. I was going to be a playset person and a collector of all the figures.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I was drawn in to be a forum moderator on Disney Infinity fans and work on the Inside Infinity podcast. And we did a lot of talk with the toy box artists. And we did interviews and things like that. I interviewed Lauren, and it was great. But then I realized I'm interviewing these people, I'm talking to them, and I have no idea what I'm talking about because I had never built a toy box. So as an experiment, I decided I was going to have to build a toy box. So the Disney Parks Challenge was announced, and I'm a Disney Parks guy, and I decided I wanted to do Fantasmic because it was cool to make. The idea to make a toy box based on just a show at Disneyland and Walt Disney World was awesome to me. So I started building it, and midway through, I decided that this is my first toy box. I kind of wanted a little help with it, so I went on the forum, and I talked to one of my favorite toy box artists, and I kind of recruited him to help me with it. And the community is so awesome, and everybody wants to help you. And when I asked, he said, not just yes, but heck yes. So I started building this toy box with him, and we got 5th place in the Disney Parks Challenge, and it was the first Toy Box TV episode where it was featured. And once you get that first featured, you get this bug that you have to do it every week and no sleep, and You just want your name out there, and it's really cool because then you see the YouTubers play your box, and it kind of makes you really feel like a game developer, and that's really cool. So yeah.
Wow, impressive.
That's how that
job.
story started.
Good job.
All right. Next up, Lauren. Tell us a little bit about yours.
About how I became a toy box artist?
Yes.
Actually didn't intend to buy the game. I had convinced myself not to buy the game. I did not pre-order it, and then the day that Disney Infinity 1.0 launched, I found myself in a Target staring at it, and my mother bought it when I wasn't paying attention. I came around a corner,
good mom.
and she had a bag with it in it, and she purchased the game for me. And I started building toy boxes before challenges even began. We didn't understand at the beginning of 1.0 how it was going to work. There was a submit to Disney button, and we didn't know what it did, and so we were submitting things to Disney.
How many times did you press that button before you realized what it did?
I had submitted only 2 toy boxes before challenges began, one of which actually ended up being submitted again for the very first Disney Infinity 1.0 challenge. So I have been entering challenges since challenges ever existed.
Wow.
It took a few challenges to get through. My first challenge to get through was Tangled Hunt for the Disney Movies Challenge in the fall of 2013.
Not that you're keeping track or anything.
No, me
Nice.
track things?
That's awesome.
Never.
No, not this group. Sonicphoto.
Well,
Tell us a little bit.
it was something I really wanted to do because I really like a lot the toy box. I didn't have 1.0, but I had tried the toy box, and I really enjoyed all the great things you could create your own worlds, stories, and all of that. So I really got very curious and bought the 2.0 game and started doing challenges. I didn't start placing at first, so I just went and did non-challenge toy boxes so I could practice and practice until I finally made it, and here I am.
Awesome. Glad you're here, man. So, obviously, you guys have been talking about these contests and all this. Walk us through the first time you found out you were featured and what that was like. Where were you? What was that feeling that you had?
In the beginning of 1.0, the only way to find out is to wait for Toy Box TV. They didn't go online until after Toy Box TV was up. At that time, it was not even called Toy Box TV. I don't remember what it was called, to be honest with you. I remember the video coming up, and I was at work, and I remember going to the bathroom just to watch said video, and I remember coming out of the bathroom and someone being like, "What?" Because I screamed. I went, "Ah!" I was very excited.
Nice.
Because it was just to see it on the screen, and because they would show clips of the toy box, it felt like I really built a game, and people were gonna play it, and that was an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
I probably should have added this in that last question, but
Kill me.
so that toy box, my first toy box was a collaborative effort, the first hashtag join forces moment in Disney Infinity. And that person that I built that box with is sitting next to me right here, Patrick, and it was before he became all Disney Infinity famous, when he was just a regular teacher in North Carolina. And it was an awesome experience because we became great friends after that. And
Yeah, that's a cool, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've never experienced a community. I've played a few games in my time. I've never experienced a community as tight-knit and as welcoming as this community, for sure.
Yeah, so when I found out that it was featured, me and Patrick were pretty much texting, calling each other fangirling and going, "Oh."
Oh yeah, there was some giggling and yeah, dancing in place.
Well, yeah, I saw it on the internet, and they wrote it on the forum that I had plays, and I was like, no, that's not real. And I just kept looking at it again until I saw it, and yeah, it did it. So it was really exciting, and I was already working on another challenge during that, so that motivated me to do more and more.
Awesome. Yeah, it definitely drives you for sure.
Yeah.
But as many times as we've felt that rush of being featured, there's also the other side of that coin when you build your level and you put all your work into it. And sometimes it just doesn't crack the top 5. We've all been there. What advice would you give for people who maybe have not been in the top 5? Maybe they've submitted, they've yet to feel that top 5 rush. What advice would you give them?
First, do it for fun. Don't do it strictly for the challenge. do it for your own benefit of just learning and creating great content, and everything will start to snap, and you'll just get better and better over time.
Exactly. Treat it as a learning situation. Every box that you build gets a little bit better. You get a little more used to how the system works. You get a little bit more into how everything connects together. And so each one, whether it succeeds or fails, is a learning situation. And you just take the lessons that you learn with each one and you move on to the next one. And the key is to just not give up. Do not give up.
Right.
Yeah, give yourself time to try out again the toy box, see what you could do different, and again, don't jump in quickly and do a challenge. Just do a challenge of a topic that you really care about. You have so many ideas that you know they will flow very nicely. And again, don't give up. There's always trying. I try a lot of times until I finally made it. So
You made it.
I think you've made it, my pal. Yeah, for sure. We've announced a ton of stuff for 3.0. Switching gears a little bit here. What toy are you most excited to use? And what is your dream box to build in 3.0? We have a pass option? I wasn't aware of that.
I didn't know we had a pass option either. I think that a lot of the artists are probably excited about the path creation tool. As we evolved from 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0, in 1.0 it was very difficult to have a box that had motion in it. There was no motion. We got to 2.0, we got weather vanes, we got some ability to move things around. Now we're getting to the point where we can literally do whatever we want. We will be able to make camera pans for cutscenes. We will be able to move animals, people, vehicles anywhere that we want. And it's going to add a lot of immersion to the toy box. As for a toy box I really want to build, I don't think I can say it because it's a franchise that we don't own.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yet. All right.
Yet. I like that.
Well, besides the path tool, I really like the new team changer because I always wanted to create like mini games in stadiums where people can choose what team they want, not force them in a particular team. Awesome. So they want to play a Star Wars stadium, or now they want to play it in Frozen style. That new tool really helps a lot.
Cool. That's awesome. All right. Toy Box Summit. Last year, we have some veterans up here. We're going to start with you, buddy. Third place.
Yeah.
The Dark Aster.
Third place.
What advice do you have to this year's group of Toy Box Summit attendees?
Don't go to sleep. Be very alert and active. Now, take breaks. You're gonna definitely need them. It's gonna be a long night. And yeah, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You want to give the crowd a sneak preview? Any insight into what your building strategy is going to be for this one?
This one is a little different beast than last year. It's going to be a team challenge. So I think the first thing, we don't know what the theme is yet. We're going to learn that, I'm sure, soon. But yeah. So once we find out, it'll definitely be getting with the team and gelling and make sure that everybody's on the same page so that we can just knock this out and impress everybody tomorrow.
Yeah. Lauren, our grand champion. I got your slide up there somewhere. All right, yes. Your I Am Groot level.
I would have to say that the key here is to roll with the punches because you're entering into a new game. This is not 2.0 that we've been building on for months. Just like last year, it was not 1.0 that we had been building on for months. The menus are going to be different. The things are going to work different. Try not to get frustrated, and if you do, walk away and take a break. If you ask this man over here, he will tell you how many breaks I took.
Just in our short little playtime where they got in the hands-on with the game yesterday, I went over 3 times to see if how Lauren was doing. 3 times she was somewhere else. She's a social toy box butterfly.
And it's just, you have to accept that some things are going to go wrong. When you hit that live stream tomorrow and you are up here with all these people watching you, something is going to go wrong. Instead of letting it affect you, just roll right by it. Have fun with it, enjoy it, because this is an amazing experience that we have, and no matter what happens at the end of the day, just have fun. That's my biggest advice.
Awesome. Great. Noelle, your first Toy Box Summit, what's your strategy? You've had a little bit of time to sneak into the game. What's the first thing you're going to do when we say ready, set, go?
Well, I'm gonna start first designing the toy box before trying out all the logic. Because yesterday what I did was try it out a bit the logic to see how they work. Now I'm just gonna start off with the design of all the blocks, everything to design, and then go to the logic.
Yeah, one step at a time. Get it nice and pretty, and then
Yeah.
put in the gameplay. I like that. Sound strategy. All right, Lauren, we've seen the MightyGitis townsperson.
We have.
All right, there she is
There she is
again.
again.
Beautiful. I know on the development team, as soon as they put her in the game, we placed in the toy box, and there's about 5 seconds of like, oh man, that's so cute, she nailed it. And then about after that, I was like, all right, where's the field goal post? And we have accurately tested this on field goal posts, lava blocks, spike traps, you name it, it works. How do you feel about your likeness in this game?
I fortunately had a long time to come to grips with the fact that I was coming to this game. It was not an immediate thing. Had it been faster, I probably would have. But now we're to the point, I've got a lot of friends that play this game now, and everyone has been joking about what they're going to do. Some of the things have happened to her already. Before I even arrived in this studio yesterday, she was already throwing herself in a sarlacc pit, thanks to Sumerian.
Nice.
And so I've decided that I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm going to play the boxes, and I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to have fun with it. And I look forward to finding her in people's levels, because I think it's going to be a fun thing for me.
I agree, for sure. So we're going to wrap it up here in just a few moments and get some Q&A and all that. But first and foremost, we talked about this. We highlighted this a little bit earlier. What is it about the Disney Infinity community that is so unique?
There's such thing as a Disney difference. Everywhere you go that is Disney, you can feel it. Just everybody's so friendly, and they really have passion and care about these franchises. And it's the greatest community I've ever seen or been a part of.
Sure.
The community is amazing, and then also the game itself is not just the video game that you buy at the store and you play through it once and you unlock everything and then you're done. With this game, it's 1 million games. It's an infinite number of games, because we have a great community of people who are basically putting their time down to create more and more content for the game as we go on. The possibilities really are infinite.
It took us this long into the summit panels to hear that phrase. Wow, very nice, very nice.
I'm glad I got to say it.
Yes. Don't leave the fist bump hanging. There you go, okay. Noel.
Well, I think it's a really great community because there's always a lot of communication between all the artists. Like some artists discover something and they share it with everyone else, and they're constantly helping each other like, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? There's always a lot of talk between each other, and it's a very friendly community. And it's really great to work between the artists as well. Collaborations has been really very great to meet everyone.
Definitely, absolutely. I think we are ready. Question away, Tyler.
Hey, what's up? Lights. Thank you. There we go. All right, my first question comes from Who Frog in the chat, and they want to know, do you have any advice for builder's block?
For what now?
For what?
Builder's block, as in
Oh,
like
builder's
writer's
block. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Builder's block is a lot like writer's block, because sometimes you can open that empty toy box and stare at it for a very, very long time and just have no idea where you want to go with it. What I tend to do when that happens is I start placing trees. I think if you know me in the community, you know that I have a fondness for trees. But you just start putting things in, because nothing you put in there is set in stone. You can delete anything you want. So let's say you spend 20 minutes doing something and you're like, that's not where I want to go. But then all of a sudden your mind realizes where you do want to go. You just delete it and go the direction you want to go. But also picking that topic that inspires you is very important. If you don't have a good knowledge of the subject matter, you can do research, but if you don't have the inspiration to build it, it may never fully materialize. I have started many a toy box challenge that never came to fruition because a little bit through I realized I just really wasn't feeling it. Sometimes you're not going to. So if this challenge is you're not feeling it, and there's another one that is later that you might feel a bit more, take that one instead and go with your passion.
Good advice. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I usually, a lot of these challenges revolve around movies or rides or anything. I always use, like, listen to the music or watch the movie over again or YouTube or just to get more ideas. And if I don't have an idea for a certain challenge, I might just jot it down and get to it in a different challenge.
Definitely.
Yeah, what I do is similar to Lauren. I just put all the toys that we have related to that topic. So if you have a jungle team toy box challenge, then I just put all the jungle team toys and I just look at them and start thinking, what can I do with this that I haven't done before? And just keep thinking and thinking.
All right.
Cool. The next question comes from that guy named Leo26. He wants to
Can
know.
we just have a round of applause for Tyler for pronouncing all these usernames real quick? Bravo, sir.
Leo wants to know, do you have any tips for toy box or aspiring toy box artists who has never ever tried to build a toy box before?
Ooh, good question.
My biggest tip would be play every top 5 toy box that comes out, every single one, beginning to end. And if you see something in it that you like, try to take it apart. Take that wand out, rip it apart. I give you my permission, tear my toy box apart, I don't mind. And just see what is placing, and then you will know what they're looking for.
Yeah, play through the toy boxes and definitely hide your creativity toys. That's my pet peeve when I play. You can just hide them, put them under the terrain or something. It's awesome. And yeah, like Lauren said, if you play through the toy boxes, you'll eventually figure out what the scheme is that we're all using and why we're getting picked. It's because of the theme and the gameplay, and you'll learn that as you play through other people's toy boxes.
Yeah, I think it's what they said, and just keep on trying, you know, keep trying different things like, oh, you haven't played with this toy before, this new logic, try it out and just keep trying and trying, never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. You say it now. Never give up. Never give up. All right.
All right. Next question comes from the horse collar. He wants to know, what's your favorite type of toy box to build?
Ooh.
Do you want to go first? Yeah, go ahead. All right. Particularly in 1.0, my niche was hunt boxes. Like if you actually look at all the titles for my 1.0 boxes, every single box had the word hunt in it. And that hasn't actually entirely gone away. I just got better at titling them. But a lot of mine, I like to build you a very detailed, very beautiful world and send you in it to find something. It could be a collection of orbs. It could be I need you to find the stems of flowers and make them grow. I like to make it so that you are looking for something. I'm not a combat-heavy artist. I prefer to give you a place to explore, so exploration would definitely be mine.
I like, for my toy boxes, when they announce the weekly challenge, I like to I probably think of my first 2 ideas for that challenge and just strike them out and think completely out of the toy box and come up with something that no one else has thought of. And that way, you will definitely stand out, because let's say there's a Disney Parks challenge and there's 5 people doing Space Mountain, but then you do a ride, the Nemo subs or something no one else is doing, then you'll definitely stand out when they're looking through all the boxes.
Yeah, I like doing more the story-driven toy boxes, but I like to keep it always different, like a little combat here, a little platforming here, a little section of collecting, just trying to make the player have different things to do in the toy box.
Variety is key. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. Can we have another round of applause for these guys? Of course, you guys are going to be seeing much more of them tomorrow during the Toy Box Showcase, as well as meeting all of our fabulous artists. So let's give them a round of applause as well. And we're going to have Allison join us back on the stage. So guys, you're free to sit.
Thanks, guys. That
Somewhere
was
else.
awesome. All right, so our toy box experts, the mentors, have been busily building on the sides, creating their cheese masterpieces in the toy box. So I'm really curious to see what they've been doing. Let's go over to Team Tie Force and Dr. Logic Gate. And guys, what have you built?
Right now we're still doing all the layout and everything, but our cheesy challenge is basically gonna be a collectathon of pizza, because right now at our office is our main intake of cheese. So we're going to be going around, in a vehicle trying to get as many pizzas as possible within 1 minute.
That's awesome. What do you think about that, Patrick?
That's pretty impressive. Now, we have a new Sky Dome that they're showing in 3.0. It's the White World Sky Dome. It looks a lot like what you'll see when you first step foot into the hub, but I think it's going to fit perfectly for any cheese-tacular. All right.
All right, coming over here, Quinjitsu, Crazy by Nick. Where did you go with this cheesy challenge?
So this is the epic journey of trying to get your cheesy delights. So basically, you'll start off, your goat that makes the cheese has been captured. So first of all, you got to platform your way up these clouds, get to the top. There's your goat. But you don't have a key, so you got to slide over here, grab the key, come back, free the goat. Once you free the goat, he can make your cheesy delights, which will come down here to the cheese pizza and the cheeseburgers. Once you pick those all up, then you can see our little cheese wedges right there. And once you pick all those up, then your mom is like, hey, you've had enough cheese, it's time for vegetables. So that's when the evil broccoli attacks, and you got to take them all down.
Wow, you even have a story to go along with this. This is amazing.
That's impressive. Quinn is our storyteller on the Mentor team for sure, as
Definitely
you can tell. And those broccoli guys, those are new enemies from the Inside Out play set. So well done. Not a very lactose-friendly toy box, but I like it. Very nice.
All right, so it's time for a little twist. So we're gonna ask the Toy Box Mentors to switch teams and start working on each other's boxes. So for the next half hour, you guys are switching. Yep. Hands off the controller. Quinjitsu and Crazy by Nick, you're coming over here. Dr. Logic Gate and Ty Force over here.
You got
so
this, guys.
let's see what kind of story you can infuse into this one, Quinn. Team
There's
effort,
a self-destruct button right there. They're waiting for this.
You're gonna be graded on what you do over there, not, you can't destroy theirs.
Oh, man.